You know those clean clips you see of skaters landing the most insane tricks? Yeah, this video is about everything that came before that. The slams, the bruises, the maybe I should have quit moments. But every slam has taught me something real, and I'm gonna share it with you, so maybe you don't have to learn it the hard way. Psst. At the end of the video, I also dive into my worst injuries and my special signature falling move. Let's go! Scared of getting stuck after an ollie up? Well, it happened to me tons of times. And the reason why was I was simply missing speed. It took me quite some time to get this because I was not a big fan of speed, but you need this minimum speed, and the faster you go, actually the easier it gets. I had to learn it the hard way, conquering this gap. The slower you are, the higher you have to ollie, and if your ollie's not high enough, then you will get stuck as well. So it's easier to actually have speed and have just a small ollie than trying to go slow and have a big ollie. This clip is a quick reminder of wearing a helmet when you're trying something new. Ever since I've gotten the speed point, things have been working out much better. And it took some practice, of course. So our new mantra is speed is your friend. In skateboarding, we keep saying that balance is the most important thing. Looking at these videos, you can clearly see that I'm losing the balance here. And the main reason I think why I'm losing the balance is because the center of my body weight is not above or does not keep above the skateboard. So what I'm trying to do is really try to imagine and move the skateboard so it stays right under you. I know it's easier said than done and it takes a lot of practice, but ever since I've gotten this concept, I was able to avoid slams like this. Don't worry, I'm okay, just a little bit shocked, but slams like these actually made me quit trying these kind of tricks. Let's break this down for flip tricks as well. Here you can see how I'm on my way learning kick flips. And looking at these videos, you can clearly see how my weight is a little bit too much distributed to my back side and to my back foot side. That's the reason why I'm falling on my butt or to the right side. And then when I finally made it, I managed to keep my weight with a little bit imbalance right above my board. And this principle actually counts with everything you do, may it be obstacles or adding flips and adding spins. It's extra hard when you have to concentrate on board movement and how you land. Plus the commitment factor, so don't be discouraged if it takes some time to get things all put together. It's completely normal. And when it finally works out, it's so rewarding. For most people, it's a bigger challenge not to lean too much to the back, so I can recommend to keep your weight a little bit more onto the front foot. And also try to jump up in a straight line. That way it's much easier to keep the board right underneath you. It's pretty rare to happen, but leaning too much to the front can cause you to fall off as well. You can tell this easily when you see that the board keeps landing behind you. To summarize this, when the board keeps landing behind you, then you probably have a little bit too much weight distributed to the front. And if the board keeps landing in front of you, then you probably have too much weight on the back. So if things are not working out, try to check your weight distribution. This is every beginner's nightmare. Especially when you're just starting out to do transition beginner tricks. To me, slams like these always happen when I didn't get the timing right, like I locked out too late. So really get this timing thing locked on at a small transition before going for big ones, and wear protection before going for big ones. This slam was caused because I didn't lock out properly with my back chuck. You can clearly see that I get stuck. So yeah, don't be lazy with your lockouts. Same goes for this one, where I just can't get the timing for the lockout right, and I was leaning way too much to the front. Timing is a big factor to avoid these slams. Okay, here are a few slams that just result of lack of experience, because sometimes you just have to try out, and you can't avoid bruises or shinners like these. I guess they're just the price that you have to pay. And I mean, you can still try to avoid some of these by wearing protective gear. Like, I'm a big fan of shin guards, for example. But it's definitely worth it if you dedicate a little bit time of every skate session for just learning how to fall properly. It can also help to prepare yourself mentally by imagining how you could fall and how you would catch the fall. To sum things up, it's impossible to avoid falling at all, but try to turn your slams to safe and controlled falls. And over the years, I have delved into this falling technique where I just bend my knees really low. And that resulted in a special falling technique where I just land with my butt on the skateboard. This mostly happens when I miss a flick with my heel flips. They happen accidentally, but I proudly call this trick sit flip. Knowing that a failed heel flip would just result in a sit flip made me more courageous with trying heel flips in general. So yeah, go learn sit flips. They're fun. Jokes. Sometimes you just can't avoid it and you simply have bad luck. Like you miss a flick and then you get credit carded. Hurts like hell, but I was lucky and I was okay. Then sometimes you want too much and in a split second you just rolled your ankle. Like this injury is the most common injury in every sport. This happened to me like 8 times already. 7 times the front foot and 1 time my back foot. This keeps happening especially when you jump stairs or off curbs. To avoid this, it makes sense to do a proper warm-up before every session. And I broke my foot twice. Imagine this. In 8 years of skating, I've only broken 2 bones and that all within 1 year. So yeah, sometimes it's really just bad luck. Though breaking my foot especially came from doing board slides. Gotta be more careful with these. Then there was this one time when I was super unlucky because I was bending to the front too much and tried a flip trick. I missed and the board popped right into my face, knocking a tooth out. I was lucky that it didn't hit a nerve because they were just able to stuck the tooth back on. As I said, sometimes it's just about luck. All we can do is to keep the probabilities as low as possible. So yeah, I hope that looking at my worst slams and analyzing these has helped you, or maybe even has made you laugh. I'm curious, what's your worst slam ever? Drop a comment, leave a like and subscribe if you liked this video. Thanks for watching and cheers!